Hello, and welcome to Crusader Kings III, where we're playing as Petty King Murchard, MacDonchard of Munster. We are married to Queen Constance of Munster. She's 30 years old, we're 48 years old. There's an 18-year-old difference, but that's fine. We have an heir in Brian MacMurchard Brian. He liked his first name so much that it's his last name too. We've got two more children. We've got Fine and we've got Finn, both of whom we've had with Queen Constance. So if we go here, we can see that there is no mum for him. Oh, that's sad. But he has a spouse who is apparently pregnant. That's good. So last we left off, we had conquered the northern part of Ireland and we have our capital in Limnich. That's good too. What we are doing right now is we are fabricating a claim on the county of Connacht because we are looking to invade Connacht. I've learned a few things because I've played a couple of games on the side, and I can definitely say that there are a lot more mechanics to this game than what we have been dealing with so far. Let's jump to speed 3 and let's see what issues we have. We can lawfully imprison somebody. And why can we imprison him? He's a known criminal, he's a fornicator, and we can imprison him without being seen as a tyrant. So who are you? F9. You've got 3 children and you are a fornicator. Who have you been fornicating with? I cannot see that. But you do have a reputation and you're low born. So that should be pretty easy. What happens on decline? You lose 30 opinion with him and Rangval leaves. Oh, he leaves Rangval's court. So not much happens if he rejects it. So fail to imprison, she will leave Earl Rangval's court. And she's low-born, so her family actually means nothing. What do we get out of doing this? We get nothing except that we can imprison a fornicator. We don't get piety, we don't get anything towards the religion. It's kind of useless for us to imprison. Kalaich, so it doesn't matter. A powerful vassal. So Donmal, the useless, as we have decided to call him, wants us to give him a council position. Now he is completely useless when it comes to anything, so I don't think that is going to add to the council, but I might reconsider if he's a powerful vassal. Is he though? Yes, Don Mal seems to be the most powerful vassal that we have. That is why he has the audacity to ask us for a council position. So as long as we get somebody out who is not another vassal of ours, it should be fine. Rangval is of course a vassal and he's important, so we're not going to budge there. Not here, not here, and not here either. I'm sorry Donmal, you're out of luck. So let's see what this message says. Spouse grow fonder. To nurture relationships between the next generation of rulers is a duty we should not neglect, as says Petty Queen Constance. Some of your more influential vassals have children that I'm certain Brian could benefit from knowing. Olav seems like a boy of good repute. Olav is son of Earl Rangwald. He's a gambler, seems like. At least that's his personality, but he's a kid. He's a 9-year-old kid. I don't know what he does gambling. He's a rowdy though. So, alright, that's somebody. Fleitbertach is the son of Earl Donmal. So this could be good because if Donmal gets a little bit pissed off at us, at least we'll have him. But he's a craven, paranoid glutton. He's also a mastermind philosopher though, and he's got 2 claims on Elech and Oriel. So that could be somebody that, it might be good to know him. He does have good learning, so if he does take over, Is he next in line? Yeah, he is next in line. So after this useless old man dies, we might have somebody who is good with the books for us. So that's good. And we have Siu Roy. Is it Siu or Chu? Chu. I don't know. Q maybe. Who knows? But we're going to call him Siu Roy. Siu Roy Max Siu Ulach Dal Fiatech. I love these names. His wife Eugenia, he's cynical, he's chaste, and he's brave. He also has grey eminence. He's familiar with the nuances of diplomacy as the back of his hand. He's a master of this art. So he's good with diplomacy. So that could be good for us too. But I'm going to go with Fleitbert. Fleitbertach. It's always good to keep your relationships high, especially with your counselors and your vassals. Who in our case, there's a lot of overlap, so that's good. We have 14,009 people and we have 9 knights. Our total is 15,001 which we can get, and this keeps ticking up if I'm not mistaken. We're of elite quality. So if we look at Connacht here, Connacht has no allies. And I've learned by playing this game that you get allies only if you get married into somebody's family. Alright. Ulach was swayed. That's good. What's your opinion is 73. That's good. We are still swaying him. That's fine. That should not be much of a problem for us. And yeah, so we think we can take Petty King of Connacht. Ossory, though, is a little bit of an uphill battle. I mean, we do have more troops than him. Our sway scheme. In our recent communication, my spy master expressed a want to focus on his ambitions and interests more. I could make sure that our coming letters contain more topic close to his heart. So let's see what topics are close to his heart. He is a schemer. So something about scheming, I guess. So subterfuge and intrigue should be good. Right. So Ossory is, let us speak more. Alright. So I think this progressed a little bit. Slight dip into more personal topics. Now I just have to keep pretending that I know anything about intrigue. Oh, we don't know about intrigue, is it? That's funny. But that's alright. So, speaking of the other people in the Irish Isles. Irish Isle, it's just one isle, I guess, right? But yeah, I mean, maybe there are more. Who knows? So, hey, England's back on the map. We'll look into that real soon. But Ossory has 1,200 soldiers, which is a little less than what we have. So, maybe, but they have an alliance. They are allied to us. Alright, so they're allied to me. So, I can't do anything with them. And then Dublin is not allied to anybody, and it's got 1,241, so they should be right for the taking pretty soon. Then we have Breifne has 880. That's a pittance, so we are going to gun for Breifne anyway. I can ask my head of faith for gold. Yes please. Money please. Yes, we will use our wealth wisely. Thank you, dear Pope. Now, speaking of using our wealth, let's quickly jump in here and see if we can upgrade anything at all. This needs 150 gold and 21 months, but we get plus 100 levies. More archer damage, skirmisher damage, yada yada yada. Walls and towers gives us more tax, which we could always use. There's an increase in our garrison and fort level, and barracks gives us levies and some other stuff. We cannot upgrade this at the moment. This gives us levies and defender advantage of +4. We also get growth control or control growth in this county, which, I mean, it's our capital county. Has become clear that your bishop is working to establish false and spurious. Oh, there is a basis for this claim here. Of course there is a basis. The hell are you talking about? Okay, so I think what we want to go for is the gold and fort level right now. Not, I mean, we could use with more levies, but I just like the gold. I just like gold. And speaking of him, he is impatient. We are impatient to get more gold. We are reckless too, so that's good. Erlacht is not swayed, but we shall keep at it. I think pretty soon I want to change my focus. Spouse, up to the task. Some of my counselors believe the job is theirs by right of blood or influence alone. How wrong they are. I expect results, yet I am often disappointed. After a long day, I am complaining to Constance when she interrupts me. Let me do something about it, husband. A few lessons might sharpen their wits. I find it weird that she calls me husband, not something like my lord or my liege or baby or something like that, but still. Um, who do we want her to tutor? Who are you though? What is good with you? Your intrigue is amazing. Oh my god, she's brilliant. Her diplomacy is good, her intrigue is good, her stewardship is also good. So, what do we want? He is my steward, he is my chancellor, and he is my bishop. So let's quickly jump into the council and see where we are lagging a little bit. Bishop is 12. Chancellor is where we are lagging. A lot actually. Steward is also where we are lagging. She could help our steward. That would mean more money, I guess. Chancellor is good for diplomacy, but we are not going to be diplomatic. At least I don't think so. So let's say Muirdach. Go for it. You're helping with politics, which means you're helping Rangwal right now. We got a martial perk. So let's see now. This is complete, isn't it? Yes, this entire line is complete. We are focusing on chivalry right now. We can do courtship. We have to finish. I want to finish this anyway. It's not that we have to, but I want to. So let's go for never back down. Let's finish this and then let's finish this. Let's try to become gallant. Gallant Petty King Merchard. Sounds really nice. To the amicable Merchard, I have prowled through documents, both ancient, okay, enough material for, okay, indeed, I could even argue that you are the rightful lord of the petty kingdom of Connacht. Present my claim to Connacht. Yes, all of Connacht will be mine. Okay. We are going to not have money. I do not want to lose my claim. Aid loses 30 opinion, which I don't care about. So the question is, do we want the earldom or do we want the petty kingdom? I think we should go for the petty kingdom, but the money hit seems like it's going to be pretty huge. So I am going to go for the earldom first, which is going to give me a casus belli. Yeah, I can declare war on him, but I am in debt. But first, let's get a guardian for her. Your mom is very wise, so I think she should be your guardian. Yeah, this is Domnall. So we're not going to bother with Domnall because until he dies and his son takes over, I don't think I'm going to bother with him. This we are just waiting for the debt to get cleared because even if I wanted to, I don't think I can declare war because we are in debt. So we need to make sure that the debt is cleared off. Once that's cleared off, we're going to raise our levies here. We're going to march on Connacht and we're going to take over the earldom of Connacht. We're going to say that title belongs to me, my friend, and me alone. Neighbors' war is resolved. Who was at war? Scottish, de jure, yada yada. Alright, I don't necessarily care about that. But as we wait for this money to trickle in, let's have a look at what happened to mighty Norway. Did somebody die? Is that why this happened? Nightly practice. The clanging of mail and the clashing of swords rings in my ears as my knights practice their arms. I study them intently, trying to ascertain each one's particular strengths and weakness. There can be little rest for them, for as soon as the bell is rung to signal and end of the mark melee, the stable doors are opened. It is time to bring out the mounts. Today we are going field training. Or do we want to bring me my armor? I haven't ridden on the quintain in ages. Let's go for field training. Konkoba glances at the mud fields at the bottom of the hill. Those could serve as an outline of an enemy army, he says. Form my knights as I inspect their battle line, preparing them for the strategy at hand. I should cut off diagonally and lead the knights into the flanks, or I should charge, in which case I will become an aggressive attacker. I gain a trait immediately. Let's do that. I heft my sword and lead the riders into a mad dash down the hill. However, among all the seeming chaos of shifting armor, raised weapons and battle cries, there is a plan. As we smash into the imaginary army on the field below, every soldier finds their place in our line, readying strikes, falling back, twisting reins and leaping back into the fray. We will rush over our enemies like a force of nature, and they will break like a tree before the tempest. We will cut down every last man in our path. Of course we will. Our fervors increased. That's good. So we are a strategist, we are an aggressive attacker, we are a flexible leader, we are reckless, which is bad, but it's okay. He's 29. He's really young. Anybody else coming up for marriage? Maybe Fine is coming up for marriage. Fine is just 6 years old. It's still 10 more years. It's alright. So yes, speaking of the mighty kingdom of Norway, something must have happened for sure, because they have lost a lot of their holdings. Right, I'm going to stop this sway scheme because we've swayed him enough. He's 100 already. So I'm going to abandon this, go to my court and see if there's somebody else that I can... Maybe Mayor Imchad. He's just a mayor, right? He is my vassal though. So let's go into the vassal page and see which ones are powerful to see if I can sway them. I think the Ulster is 100. Donmal, yeah, sure, why not? Let's sway him. We are still in debt, but we can declare war. Our debt will be done by this tick, I guess, like this month probably. Yeah, debt is done. So technically I could go to war, but as soon as I raise my levies, I'm going to have to pay them money. So I can press my claims, in which case that whole thing becomes mine, which is good. Takes us one step closer to Breifne. So let's declare war, pause the game real quick, go down to speed 1 and raise all of our levies here. In the meanwhile, let's go to the council and let's have our councillor start fabricating claims in Breifne. Just so we're well prepared, so the claim does exist by the time we jump in. So let's move in. He has 399 levies raised. Oh, we've discovered a secret. That's nice. So let's go to hooks and secrets and we find that... Who are you, my lady? Oh, you are... Okay. It's good. It's good to have a secret on you. music does get a little bit loud. Especially when you're going to war or when somebody declares war on you. It does get really loud, but I don't know. I think it puts you in the mood. Right, so now as soon as we defeat him, he tries to move away to regroup his army and come back. So it's kind of like I can't see where his final destination is. I can just see where the next province is or the next, what are those words? The next duchy? Bishopric? This is called a bishopric, this is called a city, whatever. The next place is where he goes to. So I don't know. He could go anywhere and then he could decide, oh, I'm going to march to Thomond, I'm going to march to Lunech, and I'm going to siege the place down. So that's up to him. That's completely his prerogative. What I'm really happy about is that we have 5 gold, and even though our armies are raised, we are still making a tiny little trickle of money, which is good for us. So he's headed straight to Lumnech. I think he's going to try and siege it down, but bad luck for him. We've already almost completed the siege. So he's not going to be anywhere close to overtaxation causes banditry. Donmal, oh, Murdech, it's you. Stewardship. I think you need to help the steward. There is a call to war. Chueno, Lyon. Oh, this looks like Aquitaine, Burgundy. This looks like it's a big war. What happens if I decline? I lose 10 of his opinion for 12 months. Do I want to get into a war right now? And they're not going to come all the way out here to attack me, I don't think. By the way, this war is complete. So we can enforce our demands. And that becomes ours. Oh, by choosing that, did I automatically cancel this? That's bad. But hey, what are we going to do? We can create the Kingdom of Ireland. We need 500 gold for it though. So let's try to get to that. But in the meanwhile, we are going to try and capture Breifne as well. Donmal again. Just die already. He's wounded? Was he wounded in this battle? He could be. Let's disband all of our troops. Let's unpause and wait for the claim on Breifne to get complete. Bunch of people fighting here. I wonder where this war is going on. Aquitaine. Aquitaine is supposed to be somewhere in the south west, isn't it? It's not. Bishopric of Coutances. French words are so difficult to pronounce. Alençon. I think this is Alençon. Amen. Wrong. This is wrong. So like when I was in college, we had to go here to this place and I always said Reims. I'm like, oh, we're gonna Reims. Turns out it's wrong. And on that note, I'd like to put a quick cut in this video. Please do like and subscribe if you like the content that I'm putting out there. Do comment if you think there is anything which is comment worthy. And I'll meet you in a short little bit. Take care now. Bye bye then.